So, remember how I asked you guys a few weeks ago if you guys want to see the unused content of Baldis Basics? Well, I finally found it all, and it's actually on a very convenient website, and you guys were all linking me it and all telling me, here's where all the unused content is. Be sure to head over there, make a video on it, and, see exactly what's unused, because there's some really cool stuff. And, well, in today's video, we're going to be doing just that. We have the page open right here in front of us, and I'm going to be reading through it all for you guys and seeing exactly what was unused. What unused characters are there? What unused items are there? Quotes, media, stuff like that. It's going to be really exciting. Now, I do want to remind you guys, if you guys want to help out the channel grow and everything like that and help out this video, be sure to hit that like button right now. It helps the video out tremendously. You guys wouldn't even understand how much it helps. And also, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button too, because you don't want to miss the Baldy content coming very, very soon to the channel. There's going to be a lot of exciting stuff that you just don't want to miss. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the page. So I'm not going to really have the page on screen for you guys because I don't really want to clutter up the whole screen. I figure what I'll do is I'll include what I'm talking about on screen if there's actual screenshots of it, and if there isn't, I'll just kind of put like a placeholder. So for one of the items, it's like a slingshot. There's no actual image of the slingshot, so I'll just put like a PNG of a random slingshot on screen. But for everything else, I think there's like, if there's not sound to it, then there's some kind of image. Anyways, for the first item we have here, we have unused characters, and there's only one of them here, and his name is Playface. Now, I'm just going to read the description of both of what it says, what the description is of him, and then what the description was by Mistman. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. It says, found in the game files, there's what appears to be an early version of It's a Bully's Face, called Placeface. In a few screenshots shown in Mistman12's Twitter, which you guys don't know, that's the creator of the game, Playface was actually a placeholder enemy used for AI testing. So this is a pretty mysterious character, because when I first saw him, I just thought he was the bully. Like, I never really paid that close attention when I first started playing the game to the bully's face. So that's always just what I assumed this was. But it turns out he's actually maybe like an earlier version of the bully, or just some kind of weird face that he put on AI, for testing and stuff like that, which is really creepy. I'm wondering why he took this out, but it's still really, really cool. Now, there's two descriptions. That was the first one. Now, this is the actual description by, I'm guessing, Mistman himself. It says the basics for AI testing, or for AI, is almost complete. Simplified the baking process by creating paths with quads for the AI to follow, which keeps NPCs along a much nicer, straighter line than otherwise. Now I just need to program each NPC's behavior, and the AI will all be set. So that's really interesting. This was used as an actual testing character. Now, I don't know why he chose to put a face on it in the first place, but I mean, I'm sure it's something along the lines of just, helping with testing and stuff like that, but still really, really cool. Now, next up, we have a few unused items. Now, there is 2 of them in total, and these both seem like they would be really, really cool. I'm actually kind of sad that these aren't in the main game. I know he's been updating the game, but I think the last update we got was like the last update in like forever. I think now he's going to be working on another game, but if he isn't, I mean, these could still come to the game, which would be really exciting. Now, the first item we have here is a slingshot, and it says a slingshot was possibly going to be an item in the game which the player would probably use to defend themselves against Baldi and possibly other characters. This is suggested by an audio line found in the slingshot that's called MEC Slingshot. So I'll play that for you guys right now. And it just sounds like it's like a doom. Like, it sounds like you're shooting something. So that's really cool. I mean, I guess that was how he was going to initially kind of play out, where it was just going to be like you can actually shoot it at something or someone. Now, I definitely see what they're talking about here. I don't think it would just be for Baldi, because if you're able to shoot it, I mean, you figure you could probably shoot it at First Prize, who wasn't in the game at the time either, but, First Prize, the principal of the thing. So maybe this was an item that you could shoot at them, and it'd make them go away for a while. A lot like the bee soda. So maybe instead of this, he decided, you know what, this is a little too aggressive, or I don't really know, but he was like, you know what, I'll just add in the bee soda instead, and that'll be the same kind of thing. That's how I feel like this would have probably played out. You shoot them, they get scared, they run away. But I don't know, man. There's really no telling. There is actually a morph section, which just kind of has, the actual file and stuff like that. So we're not really going to get into that. Anyways, it says this was later on used as a sound where the player puts the tape in the tape recorder. According to one of Mistman's tweets, the sound was intended to be used at a pinball game he is working on. Okay, so it might not even been for the game at all. This might just be for a pinball game. I really have no idea. Anyways, after that, we got the last item that wasn't added in the game. We have pencils. Pencils probably could have been collected from the player and used to attack other characters. It is unknown what would have happened next. Evidence for this being true is an unused clip from the principal of the things that said, "No stabbing people with pencils in the hall." So that would have been really interesting. An actual, weapon. It almost would have been like a knife. Instead of a knife, though, because we're in school, it would have been a pencil. Now, I don't know how this would have worked, because in most circumstances, especially with Baldi, if he gets anywhere near you, you're dead. So to be able to stab him, that would mean he have to be really close to you, which if he's really close to you, that means you're dead. So I don't know. This must have been really early on, or maybe this would have been used in like a different way. And you know, I don't know. I really couldn't think of anything else though. I mean, when you think of a pencil, you think of stabbing someone, or maybe throwing it at someone, or just writing something. Like maybe you could write something or draw a new character. I have no idea, but that would have been interesting to see in game. But I have a feeling, you know, the reason that he probably got rid of this, if this was meant for stabbing Baldi or anyone else, he probably got rid of it because, you know, if they got close, if they got that close to you, you're probably dead. Anyways, after that, we got some unused mechanics, which there's only one of them, and it's really, really cool because I actually heard about this pretty early on, and everyone was trying to open up this item, and nobody could figure out how to open it up because I think in the game files it said that, you know, you can open this item up, and everyone was trying to do it, and it just wasn't possible. And it's actually lockers with items. So lockers probably would have been had used for storing items inside, which the player could be able to open. It was probably removed since it would have been too easy to find items such as B soda or notebooks. The principle of the thing would put the player in detention if he catches them opening lockers. Evidence for this item being true is in an unused sound clip of the principle of the thing saying no looking in other people's lockers. Oh, so this would have been interesting. So he's saying no looking in other people's lockers in the hall. So, okay, either it could have been used for storing your own items. So, you know how you can only have, I think it's 4 items. So, let's say you have, or no, I think it's 3 items. So, let's say you have 3 B sodas. You put them all in the locker, and then you stack up on 3 more. And then you just go up to your locker. You can grab those 3 out after you've used them. Or, from what they're saying, you can actually go to other people's lockers and actually grab other people's items. So, let's say you're short on an item. You really need a coin to be able to buy a B soda. You go ahead and go up to a locker. You open it up. Boom. You just happen to get lucky enough to get a coin, and then you basically get a B soda. Or let's just say you find a B soda, you know, at all. Like, that's cool. You can actually just find random items. Like, maybe you can just find a lock in the locker. That'd be so OP, which is why I can kind of see why this was removed. It would have made the game a lot easier. Which, I mean, hey, I wouldn't have been happy about that. That wouldn't have been the worst. That wouldn't have been the worst idea. Anyways, after that, we have some unused sounds, and it says on some of the earliest versions of the game, the noise the tape recorder made was placeholder sound. Each of these tapes would give the player some advice on what each characters do, excluding it's a bully and first prize. All right, so let's go ahead and see exactly what these sounds are going to be. Now, they have the transcript right beside them, but I figured let's just play the actual audio for you guys and actually see what everything is going to sound like. All right, let's go ahead and press play.
Is this okay? If you're hearing this, then there's still a chance. I should probably give you some pointers. Also, this is tape recording 1. If you can hear this, I already said that. Listen, you're gonna need some tips. Most important thing, the teacher, the Baldi guy, don't let him touch you. If he reaches you, that's the end of everything. So don't let him touch you. Just stay away from him. He can follow you based off sound. If you make noises, he'll figure out where that noise came from. So just try to be quiet. However, there is one way you can use advantage of that. Loud noises such as this one will distract him from quieter noises. So as long as this is playing, you can make quieter noises and he won't bother to look for them. He won't hear them until he figures out that this noise isn't you. So just be quiet and use noise to your advantage. Don't let Baldi touch you. Okay, oh my gosh.
Okay, so what was that noise in the background? It sounded like Baldi was like clicking his ruler, but it sounded strange. I don't know, that whole call was just really cool. So I think the main reason he took these out would probably be because of you'd have to listen to them while Baldi's chasing you. So I don't know. This would have been so interesting to see in game though, because it would have gave you a lot of like helpful hints, like the fact that Baldi can hear you when you open doors and he can't hear you when you're playing tapes. So I don't know. That's really cool though. I could definitely dig that. That was pretty awesome. So we still have a lot more, and they're pretty lengthy. So let's go ahead and play the next one.
This is tape recording number 2. One thing you gotta watch out for, the principle of the thing, the creepy guy who's like sliding around, he will ignore you just fine unless you're breaking one of the rules. If you're breaking any of the school rules, like running, or he catches you in a faculty-only room, or if he sees you eating something, he will come after you, and at that point there's no escape. He knows where you are, even if you go out of his sight. You can't hide. So basically, he touches you, and then he takes you to detention, which is bad because when you're in detention, Baldi could come in and reach you, which you can't let that happen. This is really bad. So just when you see him, don't panic. Just don't break any of the rules unless you absolutely have to. Just be careful around him. Just walk past, stay cool, and just stay cool.
Okay, so walk past, stay cool. That's all he's telling you. So, I mean, that one wasn't really all that necessary. I could see why he kind of removed some of these because, I mean, the bully, he's fairly obvious, or not the bully, the principal of the thing, he's fairly obvious what he does because he says it now in game. Like, he's like, no running in the halls, detention for you. So you kind of know that. So I feel like these tapes, that's probably why they were kind of removed. It's like, it's kind of obvious what they do, but I mean, it would have been really cool to actually have most of these in game. All right, let's go ahead and play tape 3 though and see exactly what we're getting ourselves into right now.
Tape recording number 3, playtime. The little girl with the jump rope. She will see you and she will run after you, but sometimes if you're lucky she'll trip, that's good. Run away while you can. If she reaches you, she will force you to play jump rope, and you won't be able to leave until you get like 10 jumps or something in a row. So you have to just, again, just stay calm, get the jumps, get them good, get them real great, and just even if you see Baldi coming towards you, just stay calm and just finish jump roping, and then you can make a getaway, whatever you say. That's good. Right there.
Okay, so this is interesting. It actually said that she can sometimes trip herself. That would have been a great mechanic in the game, because there's so many luck-based things in this game that would have been great to have something luck-based, but on their side, like something that could actually mess them up. I mean, now we have First Prize, who has the chance of either messing us up or helping us, but that would have been another one of those features where it's like, okay, yeah, you're on 7 out of 7, and Playtime just caught you, and Baldi's coming, like she's on her way to get you, but then she trips and then falls, and it's like, okay, that just saved my whole playthrough. Like, that would have been great if you would have kept that there. That I'm actually kind of sad that's not in the game anymore, but that's really cool to actually hear that was actually in the game at one point, or coming to the game. All right, so we have 2 more tapes left. Let's go ahead and listen. Now, the next one is for the sock puppet, so let's go and hear what he has to say.
Tape recording number 4, the sock puppet. I'm not really sure about that thing. It just seems to wander. It just seems to stay away from you. Kind of shy. Seems kind of shy. Like he just kind of goes away if you look at him. And he never comes. I've never seen him come close to anybody. So you probably don't need to worry about him. But like then again, you never really know with these things. But that's all I know about Sock Puppet. I think his name is like Arts and Crafters or something, but don't quote me on that one. Yeah, that's can't really. Oh my gosh, hold on, I gotta go.
What? Okay, so that one he was like, oh my gosh, I gotta go. What the heck? Okay, so he did say his original name, and initially he called him Sock Puppet, but then he was like, also known as, or his name could be Arts and Crafters or something, but don't quote me on that. So that's pretty interesting, and then he said he had to go, so I'm wondering what happened. All right, so we have one left here. This is tape 5, and this is probably the longest one out of all of them. So let's go ahead and take a listen and see exactly what we're getting ourselves into here with this one.
Tape recording number 5. Well, I got Gotta Sweep. He's the janitor. He just all he does really is he comes out of his janitor's closet every so often and runs around real fast sweeping. If he touches you or anything for that matter, then he'll just sweep you up along. You can use this to your advantage if you need to get somewhere. You'll get away fast, but also keep in mind that if he sweeps up one of the characters, or he's gonna take them quite a distance. So if he picks up like Baldi or something, you better you better run or get out of the way. You can get out of his sweep, but it can be quite difficult at times. But yeah, he only pops out a few times. He doesn't target anything in particular. He just goes around randomly and just sometimes gets in your way. So, yeah, he keeps the place clean too, which is nice. But that's about all that's really that nice about everything here going on. Yeah, okay. I gotta go again.
So that one, how he talked about it, it almost seemed like he got a sweep was an actual janitor, because he said he'll randomly run around and get you. So like, I don't see how a broom can run. I mean, obviously it does in the main game, but I don't know, just how he kind of talked about that. It almost felt like Gotta Sweep was initially going to be an actual janitor, which would have been really cool too. Like, these are all cool ideas. I don't know if that's actually what it would have been, but it would have been cool if that is what it is. I mean, it's cool what it is now though, but I'm just saying, to see an actual janitor like run by sweeping at you, that would have been pretty scary. But still, I mean, that's all of the current, audio logs that we have currently. Now there is some unused quotes, and they're pretty short, so I figured let's just go ahead and listen to them. Now the first one we have here is divided by, so let's go ahead and take a listen.
Divided by.
So it's just him saying divided by, which is interesting because in the main game, we don't have any division at all. I don't think, at least. So I know in like the mods, I played so many mods, I get it mixed up with the main game sometimes, but I'm pretty sure in the main game, there is no division at all. So I guess he initially he was going to make the game a lot harder than what it actually was, which is really cool. Now the next one we have here is playtime.
Jump rope 10 times in a row. Once you do, I let you go.
Oh, that's so creepy. So jump rope 10 times in a row. Once you do, I'll let you go. So I think in the main game, it's only 5 times. Now with mods, I know somebody did it with 10 times. So yeah, I guess that's interesting though. It sounds so creepy. I always really liked Playtime's voice because it's so disturbing and just creepy sounding. Anyways, after that, we just have Playtime saying 5 through 10, which I'm not really going to play these, but I mean, it's literally just her saying, 5, 6, that kind of thing. You're not really missing out on much. Anyways, the next 3 we have are all from the Principle of the Thing, which we talked about some of these earlier on in the video, but it's just like no stabbing people with pencils in the hall. Let's go ahead and play that one.
No stabbing people with pencils in the halls.
So that's literally all it is. He just says no stabbing people with pencils in the halls. Then we have this one.
No looking in other people's lockers in the halls.
Which we also talked about that one with the lockers. And then for the final one, we have this one.
No eating food in the halls.
So just no eating food in the halls. So guys, that is all of them. Oh wait, there's actually more. So I didn't even see this part, but there's actually some unused textures, which I'll have on screen right now. You guys can see the first one here is Arts and Crafters, and it says, truly an incredible sock puppet. I've never seen one like it. So I don't really remember what it says in the main game now. I don't know if they even changed this at all, but from what they're saying, these are completely unused. Anyways, after that, we have Sorry, ran out of time to add more subjects, which I remember seeing that one, so I'm not sure how that one's unused, but I have really no idea. And then there's this one that says, this program is cancer. So I can kind of see why he removed that one. And then just another look at it from the back. And I think that's everything, guys. So that is all of the unused textures, which is really cool. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of all these unused textures? Were some of them things that you would have thought would have been really cool in the game? Or were they all kind of things that you're like, okay, I can kind of see why those are unused, and I'm kind of happy that they aren't in the main game? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And of course, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.